like how the guys came back today?
Today was great. You never quite know what you're going to get for a response from the guys, and we've been practicing well, but I wish we'd have practiced for a long time with the intensity that the guys practiced with today.
Did the film review tell you anything you didn't think you saw Saturday, or was it about what you thought you saw?
It's about what we thought, except as bad as it looks, we weren't that far away from plays. There was a lot of times we had runs fit up right. The gap was just a little too big, and there was one guy there to make it, and we didn't make it. And one more block on a couple plays on offense, and it's different. And again, any one of those things doesn't change the outcome of that game. We got whipped pretty good, but we weren't that far off from making a bunch of things work that didn't.
Just your overall thoughts on the offensive line, where it's at, where it needs to go, if some younger guys need to be involved. Where are you thinking about that group?
We got to keep getting everybody on the roster better. We've been in that process since we got here, and we're going to continue to do it. We got a couple young guys that I think are getting close to being ready to play at guard. Other than that, we're playing the guys that give us the best chance to win. We just got to make sure we keep working and coaching and trying to make guys we got better.
When you look at the growth of your line for the future, how big is tackle recruiting for you this next year? Just getting more competition at that position specifically?
Recruiting's big for us all over. We didn't look like Michigan looked on Saturday, and that's the part that recruiting gets you. We got to continue to recruit well. Great thing right now for us in recruiting is I think we're going to go out and tell people, hey, this is a big-time place and an unbelievable environment to play, and there's going to be an opportunity if you come in and compete to play early because of our holes and lack of depth in some places.
What particular position did Michigan look the part where I want us to look more like that physically in a couple years?
Pretty much all of them. We ran a bunch of young guys out there, and they're going to be. We got some young guys that are going to be great players. But they have 22-year-olds out there, and we had 18-year-olds in some positions. They've recruited well for several years with Harbaugh. They've developed well. That's where I want us to be in a couple years. But hey, we're going to fight right now, and the guys we got are good enough to be a really good team if we put it all together.
Is it safe to say right now, Scott, that Adrian will be your starter on Saturday?
Yes, that's safe.
And is it, how helpful might that be to the team just to have that knowledge?
More than anything, just having one guy getting the reps with the first group. Other than going into Colorado, we haven't played a game where we had one guy getting the reps that was going to play in the game, and that only lasted for 3 quarters. Both those guys, I think, have done a good job. They were under duress on Saturday, but Bunchy came in a good job. Adrian battled, and experiences like those are great for him to get, even though the outcome was very bad.
What about your offense? Did you kind of expect in terms of maybe struggles, and what has surprised you? What do you think you guys have done well through 3 games?
At times, early on, we look like a team that we need to look like, particularly in the Colorado game. There was a couple drives where we got things rolling and started using tempo and started gashing Troy, but it just wasn't consistent enough. I don't know how many first downs we had Saturday, and I don't care, but there weren't very many times Saturday where it looked like I wanted to look.
So Martinez said today, getting first downs and then using tempo is really key in this offense. Is that, I assume he gets that from you guys. How do you guys view just getting that first set of change movement?
The first down is important. What you don't want to do as a tempo team is go out, play fast, and go 3 and out, and put the defense right back on the field, then do it again. Pretty soon your defense is on the field for 40 of the 60 minutes and playing 110 snaps. And offensively, if we do better, it's going to help the defense. Defensively, if we do better, it's going to help the offense. And special teams has to do better for both sides.
Is there a common theme through 3 games with the number of penalties you've seen, or is there something that leads to penalties that overall that's correct?
I hope it's correctable. We're working on it every day, but we have been for 3 weeks, and some of it hasn't been corrected. I think some of them are decisions that we can continue to impress upon the guys. They got to make better decisions. There's some other ones, hustling down there to try to get down as a gunner and running into a punt returner. That's mistakes you just can't make, and we got to fix all those things. We've been working hard to fix them. We're going to keep working hard to fix them.
You had said going into the season that there's a lot you needed to learn about this team in games, how they respond in game. Now you're 3 in. Is there anything that you've learned in particular, good or bad? Any things that you've learned?
Yeah, we're learning a lot every week, and we'll continue to get to know our team better and keep trying to put them in the best situation we can. I think the last 2 games have been a little unique, that the defenses were multiple, and we got a lot of different pressures from Michigan, a lot of different looks from Troy. To have a chance against Michigan, we had to really utilize some schemes that were unique to that week. We didn't handle those very well as a team. That being said, we tried to stay pretty basic against Troy, and we didn't execute those things great. That all comes down to experiencing the scheme and practicing better. And I wasn't happy with practice leading up to this week. If today is an indication, then we're on a better track this week.
Scott, you said after the game that you were hoping that you guys could hit the reset button. Having seen what you've seen this morning and then looking forward, how do you make sure it doesn't linger, that Saturday lingers into this next week?
Well, I haven't been thinking about it since Saturday night, except coming in here and getting all these questions about it. You can't look backwards, you got to look forward.
Looking forward, what are your thoughts about Purdue?
They're a good team. I think Jeff Brom's one of the best coaches in the country. I think he did an unbelievable job where he is. I think he's smart. I think he gets his team playing well. They got some quarterbacks that can really throw it. They got a big-time receiver that's a young kid. They got some really good linebackers on defense along with some other people. It's a team that I think they're certainly not where they want to be from a record standpoint, but they got beat twice on last-second field goals, and the whole thing could be a little different with 1 or 2 plays. So not much different from us other than they're coming off a win, and we're coming off getting our butts whipped.
How important is a better start this week? 2 weeks in a row now, you guys have had these bad starts, and they've probably had some psychological tolls on the team throughout the first half.
Yeah, we got off to a bad start in all 3 games. Really, that starts in the summer. It starts in the weight room. It starts everywhere. That when it's time to work out, run the first sprint, do the first rep of lifting, you got to be ready to go. I think our kids think they're ready to go, but we certainly haven't played well on defense in the first drive of Colorado, the first drive of Michigan. Offensively, we've come out and done pretty well at the beginning, and 2 of the games started with turnovers. We're not a good enough team to spot people 14, 17, or 20 points in the first quarter, and those are the first quarters we've had.
With the new redshirt rule, it feels like there's more transfers in season than we've seen. What do you make of that trend? And you stay on the watch out kind of for guys that are popping up, in early September, they're leaving places.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have a database. NCAA's creating a database of kids that are filing for transfer. There's nothing we can do about it after really Monday of the first game week. We can't take any new kids into school, so there's nothing we can do about it now. That's a discussion for recruiting and down the road.
I've heard you and players mention guys who love football. I know it's a broad question, but what is that for a player, which you are, and a coach, what does that look like? What does that mean on a day-to-day basis? And how many more kinds of guys do you need to get who just live that reality?
I want a whole team full of guys that are tough and love football. I think times when things are going real well and times when things are going really poorly, those are the best judges of your character. When you're winning and you're undefeated, do you still come to practice and work like you're winless? And when you're winless, do you come to practice and do everything you can to change your circumstances? In both of those situations, if you love football, you're going to come to work and do the best you can because you love the game and you want to be great at it.
Is there a guy or two on this team you're like, that guy loves football? He may not be doing everything right, but I know he loves it.
Yeah, there's several. If I had to pick a couple, Stanley on offense, he was frustrated, and not in a bad way. He just wants a different result, and he went out and battled. Mo Berry goes out and battles. Luke Gifford goes out and battles, and we got a bunch of those guys. I'm not sure we have a whole team of them yet, and we want to get there, but there's several guys doing things the right way.
I know you talked to Coach Osborne a lot. Have you talked to him since Saturday, and kind of what's his advice to you through a tough start like this?
My impression is he probably fishes on Sunday and Monday, so I usually see him about middle of the week.
But Scott, for you personally, I mean, this is something you haven't experienced this a lot in your career. I mean, personally, how difficult is this for you?
Nobody's more frustrated than me. But I'm also never going to panic. I know what we're asking the guys to do works. Maybe this is a little bigger fixer. It's taken longer than what I expected, but there's no question in my mind that we're going to get it fixed. I came here for a reason. I had other opportunities, came here for a reason because I want to be here. This is the team I want to coach. We're doing the same things that we've done with other teams to turn them into winners. In fact, we're working harder at it. It's going to come. Summer's not here yet, but it's coming. Sooner or later, it's coming.
With the way that losing the game against Akron and the way the non-conference season went, have you changed much about what you think in terms of how you're going to use the 4-game redshirt rule? I know it's sort of an ongoing conversation.
Yeah, I think that's a conversation for down the road. Right now, we're focused 100% on Purdue. They need this win. We need this win. I know their coach wants to win, expects to win. We want to win, expect to win. We're not changing anything we do, not even our approach to what's best for our kids, our young kids, or when they're playing and when they're not. As we get further along down the season, we'll evaluate which kids have played how many games, and if there's opportunity to get some young guys in that are ready, we'll continue to make those decisions each week.
How would you characterize the psyche of the team? How would you describe it?
I think they're anxious for the results to change. The majority of the team, I think, is frustrated and wants to go to work to change it. I'm not sure it's 100%. I can't look into the mind of each kid. But judging on how they came out in practice today, I saw a bunch of guys that are fighting back to make it different.
Luke Gifford was saying you guys had good Mondays, but you guys need to have better Wednesdays and Thursdays. How much of that has to do with getting in the film room on their own time and doing a little of the details after practice?
It's everything. I'm not sure it's film room as much as just coming ready to go every day and understanding that you win the game on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We started off the week really well last week, and then it got progressively worse on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm not sure why. Hopefully it doesn't happen this week. Our best week of preparation was the Colorado game week as a whole. And I talk about being better every single day. We weren't better in preparation the last 2 weeks. And there's a lot of circumstances with new quarterbacks and things of that nature, but there's no excuse. If you're going to get ready to play well, it doesn't just happen on Saturday. It has to happen on the field at practice.
You talked some about different quarterbacks over the years and running them different amounts. What have you learned about how much of that you want from Adrian on a game basis, and then where does health factor in that?
We don't have the luxury of being overly protective with him. We have to call what we think is going to work in the game. And I think Bunchy's shown that he can come in and do a good job. So, we had to protect Marcus a little bit just because he's so valuable to us at Oregon that we didn't want to run him 20 times a game. McKenzie, as great a player as he was, isn't a man of huge stature. So we didn't want to run him up the middle a bunch, but we found creative ways to do it. Adrian's a little different. Adrian's weighs about as much as I did when I was playing here. And I think in the future he'll be durable enough that we can do about whatever we want to him. In the situation we're in, we'll be a little careful, but we have to call whatever play we think is going to work.
We haven't asked you yet about October 27th, just having that game on the schedule. Do the positives kind of outweigh the negatives, having to play a game on your bye week?
Yeah, we discussed that, and at the end of the day, it wasn't my decision. I still wish Akron would have played us on Sunday morning. I think that would have helped our team out a lot of ways. Playing 12 straight games isn't great for the kids. They need some time off. It's not great for the coaches. We need to be out recruiting on that week. But these guys have worked hard enough. They deserve to play 12 games. And I'm just grateful that somebody agreed to come in here and play us, and look forward to that.
In the past, when you've played a lot of consecutive weeks the last couple of years, have you sent coaches out still in spot situations that we've recruited, or do you have to keep them all here?
Yeah, recruiting is important. I think we can see it as a coaching staff. We got to continue to try to get more good players on the football team, and that's going to be the lifeblood for us going forward. We're going to miss out on the bye week, so if there's some chances to get coaches out on Thursdays and Fridays before games, we'll do it. But we're not going to do it at the cost of getting our team ready to play.
So what in general makes for a successful punt return, kickoff return game, and then I guess what's been lacking in that regard so far?
Well, fielding punts and not giving up touchdowns on punt returns would be a good start.
One more for Coach.
Do you want to, I mean, your punt returner did not field that punt, but you guys felt good enough to put him back out there again. So was that sort of a, we still believe you can do this kind of gesture after that play?
No, to be honest with you, we're going to put the guy out there that we think can do the best job, and we'll evaluate that every week and make sure we're putting the guys out there that are give us the best chance to be successful in any play. But we're also never going to give up on a kid, and they need to know that. They need to know that mistakes aren't going to get them cut or benched immediately. Mistakes aren't going to get them cussed at, and the only chance to help someone improve is to support them and help them and teach them.